As a Catholic school teacher, they are one of the faces of the church. They're not floating out there by themselves. They're part of a community of this family of Catholic schools that are ours here in this diocese. And as a Catholic school teacher, they are one of the faces of the church to that child. And so I would say, as part of the church, to try in the best way to help the child to understand in an appropriate way, and to recognize that even in that small way, you can help to heal the church.
You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to have all the information. You don't have to have all the knowledge in the world. What you have to have is a heart for these kids, and a willingness to speak truth into their lives, and a willingness to listen to the truth that they bring to you.
In order to help your students process what's been happening, you have to have processed it yourself. You have to acknowledge your thoughts and your feelings on the sexual abuse issue, and you have to have dealt with those feelings before you can help somebody else. Essentially what you've done is what the airlines tell us to do, right? Put your own oxygen mask on before you can help those around you. And so they're taking care of themselves as a caregiver, and then they have more to give to those students that have been entrusted to their care.
I certainly don't process with the child. I process my emotions separately. I know what I think and feel before I walk into the conversation.
You shouldn't be processing your own feelings with the students, but it's okay to admit that you struggled and that you have come through that and you're better on the other end.
It's okay to be dealing with your own anger, your own struggle with everything going on. So if you're angry, don't pretend that you have to put on a good face and say, "Oh no, I'm fine, and everything's great, and we got rose-colored glasses that we look at the world through." No. You can be angry. You can be disappointed in the church.
We have to be willing to let kids see our authentic responses. That's not to say that I treat a child like a counselor or like another adult. And if what I feel in this moment is, I'm really angry. I'm beyond angry. I'm brokenhearted. I'm confused. I'm upset. It's okay. The kids aren't going to know that their emotions are okay if we don't think that our emotions are okay. It is okay to have the emotions that you have.
They want you to hear their concerns. They want you to validate their fears, their emotions, their anger, their distrust perhaps now. And they want to know that somebody cares what they think and what they're going through. And you have to do that by listening. You have to do that in using your best communication skills, whether it be, of course, listening, but also your body language, your tone of voice, your facial expressions, you're acknowledging what they're feeling, and letting them know that you care and you're there to help.
I think one of the things for us to just remember is when we're talking to students, to one, answer their questions the best we can, to be authentic with them, because they're going to be able to tell if we're not. And for a third point, we don't have to fix it. Like we don't have to fix their opinions of the church.
The job of Messiah is taken. It's not my job. I can't fix things for these kids. I can bring them to the fixer. My job is to be the conduit that brings them to the fixer. I can't fix it. And I think sometimes as teachers, we try to carry their crosses ourselves.
I ask God to help me when I am with the students. I ask for Him to put His wisdom into my mind and my heart and His words on my lips so that I can share and He can use me to help these students. I mean, He uses us to help others.
Trust that God has called you to this place. Trust that God has given you the graces that you need to meet the needs of these kids, and that He'll continue to move through you, that you can be an instrument in His hands.
And so I'm very grateful for their ministry. I'm very grateful for their assistance in responding in this way. I'm very grateful for their dedication to our Safe Environment program, and certainly in these challenging times for the church, I pray for them, and I certainly hope that they would pray for me.